So, good evening everyone. My name is Irish Kate Colyantes and my topic is all about the positive elements of school culture. So, there are 12 positive culture. First is collegiality. The school atmosphere is friendly. You work in an atmosphere where responsibility and authority are shared by everyone. You can be yourself. You have not to put your best forward to impress others. The school head does not throw her weight. She does not make his or her authority felt by his or his colleagues. So, ito po ay tumutukoy sa kapaligiran ng paaralan na kung saan ang atmosphere ay friendly, responsibility, and authority are shared by everyone. Sa ganitong kapaligiran, ang mga individual ay malayang maging sila mismo nang walang pressure na kailangan magpakitang gilas sa iba. So, the school head, in particular, fosters this atmosphere by not imposing their authority on colleagues, instead promoting a sense of equality and mutual respect. So, ang ganito pong collaborative and supportive environment ay nagpapabuti sa personal at professional na relasyon na nagreresulta sa isang mas epektibo at maayos na komunidad sa edukasyon. Next is experimentation. The atmosphere encourages experimentation and so will welcome mistakes as part of the learning process. The students know teacher gets punished for a mistake. Mistakes are not intended. They give a lot of lesson, referring to his 10,000 failed attempts. Then, he was experimenting in the light bulb. Edison said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Sa isang suportadong kapaligiran ng pag-aaral, hinihikayat ang mga estudyante at guro na mag-eksperimento at magkamali bilang bahagi ng proseso ng pagkatuto. Ang mga pagkakamali ay tinuturing na pagkakataon upang matuto at walang pinarurusahan dahil dito. So, ang ganitong paraan ay nagpapalago ng pagkamalikhain at innovation. Next is high expectation. It has been said one's level of achievements is always lower than one's level that aspiration. So set high expectation for high achievement. Two problems arise here. Robert J. Marzano warns us. First, expectations are subtle and difficult to change. Teacher may be unaware that they have low expectation for some students, even when they become aware. They may have difficulty changing their expectation because their beliefs and biases have developed over the years. Second, what actually communicates expectation to students is teacher behavior. If teacher consciously work to change their biases but don't change their behavior toward those students from whom they have tended to expect less, their change of attitude will have little effect on student achievement. So, setting high expectation for students can lead to high achievement. Gayunpaman, dapat maging aware ang mga guro sa kanilang mga bias at tiyakin na ang kanilang kilos ay nagpapakita ng mataas na inaasahan. Ang simpleng pagbabago ng saloobin ng walang pagbabago sa kilos ay hindi makakatulong sa pag-unlad ng mga estudyante. So next is trust and confidence. Students, teachers, school heads, and parents relate well and work well when relationships are solidly built on trust and confidence. In fact, honest and open communication is possible only when there is trust and confidence in each other in the school community. I can share my inner thoughts only when I am confident that I do not get ostracized when I do. So, ang tiwala at kumpiyansa ay mahalaga sa pagbuo ng malalakas na relasyon sa loob ng komunidad ng paaralan. Ang tapat at bukas na komunikasyon ay posible lamang kapag may tiwala sa isa't isa na nagpapahintulot sa lahat na magbahagi ng kanilang saloobin ng walang takot na husgahan. So, next po is tangible support. Everyone in the school community gets concrete support for the good that they do. Support comes in not just in words but in action. School head sees to it that LCDs in the classroom are functioning. So, ang konkretong suporta mula sa paaralan tulad ng pagbibigay ng mga gumaganang kagamitan at mapagkukunan ay tumutulong sa lahat na mag-perform ng mas mahusay. Ang suportang ito ay hindi lamang sa salita kundi pati na rin sa gawa na nagpapakita ng pangako sa mga pangangailangan ng komunidad ng paaralan. Next is reaching out to the knowledge base. Teacher cares to grow professionally to update themselves on content knowledge and pedagogy, the first domain in the Philippine professional standard for teachers. So, dapat patuloy na i-update ng mga guro ang kanilang kaalaman at pamamaraan ng pagtuturo upang manatiling epektibo. Ang profesional na paglago ay mahalaga para sa pagbibigay ng mataas na kalidad na edukasyon. Next is appreciation and recognition. Certainly, words of appreciation and recognition make classroom climate highly favorable. A reminder to teachers, you are not made less when you praise others. Instead, you become magnanimous. So don't be stingy with your sincere praise. The problem sometimes is our eyes are so quick to see the negative and so we despise them immediately, but our eyes are blinded to the good one and so we overlook them and fail to appreciate. So, ang pagkilala at pagpapahalaga sa mga pagsisikap ng mga estudyante at guro ay lumilikha ng positibong atmosphere sa paaralan. So, ang tunay na papuri ay nag-uudyok ng motibasyon at kagandahang loob na nagpo-promote ng isang suportadong kapaligiran. Next is caring, celebration, humor. Kids don't care what you know until they know that you care. They don't listen to teacher when teacher doesn't care. It may be good to remind teacher that many of students, especially those who struggle, don't receive nearly enough positive feedback in the classroom or in their personal lives. So, kailangan daw po na maramdaman ng mga estudyante na nagmamalasakit ang mga guro sa kanila. Ang mga positibong feedback at malasakit na pag-uugali, lalo na sa mga estudyanteng nag-struggle, ay maaaring makapagbigay ng malaking epekto sa kanilang karanasan sa pag-aaral at pakikilahok. Next is involvement and decision making. Involving others who are concerned with decisions to be made enhance sense of ownership. They also feel important. So, ang pagsasama-sama ng mga estudyante, guro at magulang sa mga proseso ng paggawa ng desisyon ay nagbibigay sa kanila ng pakiramdam ng pagmamay-ari at kahalagahan na nagpapalakas na kanilang pakikilahok sa mga aktibidad ng paaralan. Next is protection of what is important. What schools consider important must form part of their tradition and so must be protected by all means. And the activity above mentioned was made on school canteen policies that include no soft drinks, no chocolate, and Clego because the school consider nutrition and health and cleanliness as important. So school must identify and protect their core values and traditions. These should be upheld and integrated into the school culture to maintain a strong sense of community and purpose. Next is traditions. A school must have an intentional culture-based program on shared values, beliefs, and behaviors. This strengthens sense of community. A truly positive school culture is not characterized simply by the absence of gangs, violence, or discipline problems, but also by the presence of a set of norms and values that focus school community's attention on what is most important and motivate them to work hard toward a common purpose. So, a positive school culture includes shared values, beliefs, and behaviors. So, this culture is not just about avoiding negative issues, but promoting a common purpose and motivating everyone to work hard towards it. Next and the last one is honest and open communication. No one gets ostracized for speaking up his mind. The atmosphere is such that everyone is encouraged to speak his mind without fear of being ostracized. The agreement at every discussion is agree to disagree. So, an environment that encourage open communication without fear of being judged, foster trust and collaboration. So, ang lahat ay dapat malayang magpahayag ng kanilang saloobin with the understanding that disagreements are a normal part of discussion. So, proceed po tayo sa shared norms, teacher and student norms. So, shared norms for both teacher and students contribute to a positive school culture. Boss and Larmer 2018 share teacher norm and students norms to contribute to a fair and an engaging learning environment. Characteristics of a positive school culture, they check on the following norms each. So, meron po tayong table dito, yung teacher norms and student norms. Ito po yung mga pamantayan sa paaralan ng mga guro at estudyante. Number 1 is teach in different ways. So, dapat meron pa tayong iba't ibang method na ginagamit para magturo ng bata. So, dapat hindi lang isang method yung gagamitin natin. Number 2 is call students by their names. So, kailangan po is tatawagin yung bata sa kanilang pangalan to feel that they are valued and recognized. Next is care about student feelings. So, show empathy and concern for how student feel. A is understand their situation. So, kailangan po is alamin natin kung ano yung nararamdaman ng bata para matulungan sila sa kung ano yung nararanasan nila kasi po kadalasan is nakaka-epekto ito sa kanilang pag-aaral. Next is number 4, have a good attitude. So, maintain a positive and supportive attitudes. A, stay calm. So, lagi lang pong keep calm and cool kahit na stressful na yung paligid natin. B, use kind words. So, speak nicely and respectful to students. C, have patience. So, be patient to students especially when they are struggling. So, yun nga, kailangan maging patient tayo lalo na sa mga students na nag-struggle sa kanilang buhay. D is greet students and say goodbye. Acknowledge students when they arrive and leave. So, help student understand. So, i-make sure natin na naiintindihan ng bata yung ating itinuturo. So, A is work at a reasonable pace. So, teach at a speed that student can follow. B is explain clearly. Make sure instruction and explanation are easy to understand. C, support different learning styles. Adapt teaching methods to suit various ways students learn. D, expect the best. Have a high expectation for all students. E, re-explain if necessary. So, kailangan po pag hindi naiintindihan ng bata yung topic nyo is dapat ulitin mo siya or i-reteach ka kasi dun sa strategy na ginamit mo is hindi siya gumana. So, kailangan is ulitin mo and willing kang ulitin ulit yun. Next is attend school the majority of the time. So, be present in school regularly to provide consistent support. 7 is be respectful. So, you have to show respect to all your students. A is give everyone what they need. So, provide the necessary resources and support for each student. B is use proper language. So, kailangan yung sa pag nagtuturo ka is yung tamang words naman ang gagamitin, hindi yung ginagamit mo sa bahay na mga words. C is allow space if needed. Give students space when they need it to think or calm down. D, use supporting words when explaining. So, use encouraging and constructive words when explaining. Next po is yung student norms. Number 1 is have a growth mindset. So, kailangan you believe in your ability that you can improve and learn. A, believe you can improve. Ayan na nga. So, have confidence that you can improve more. B, fail forward. So, pag nag-fail ka is gawin mo itong motivation para mag-grow and to learn from your mistake. C is keep trying, so don't give up even if it's hard. D is speak positively about your abilities and learn. Yun nga. So, number 2 is call classmate by their names. So, use the names of your classmate to show respect and friendliness. Number 3, be responsible for your work. So, kailangan pag meron kang kampanin is gawin mo ito at huwag yung gagawin mo lang pag malapit na ang deadline. A, have materials ready. So, pag meron kayong assignment or may pinapadala sa inyo is kailangan meron ka ng mga materials na yon. B, advocate yourself. So, pag meron kang hindi naiintindihan is pwede ka namang mag-speak up kung ano yung kailangan mo or hindi mo naiintindihan. Or pwede ka ring mag-ask ng help if you needed. D is meet deadlines. So, pag complete and submit your work on time. E is participate. So, kailangan po is makipag-participate lalo na pag nag-lesson kayo. So, engage actively in class activities and discussion. F is be on time to class. So, arrive promptly for your class. Number 4 is listen. So, pay attention and listen carefully if your teacher is discussing. A, listen to the teacher. So, kailangan po is makinig ka sa sinasabi ng teacher mo. And B is listen to your classmate. So, pag nagsumasagot yung classmate mo sa recitation or may sinasabi sa inyong discussion is makinig ka. Is dapat kailangan mong makinig. C is listen to guests. So, pay attention to visitor or guests. D, listen to the direction. So, kapag meron sinasabing instruction yung teacher nyo is kailangan makinig. 5, attend school the majority of the time. So, be present at school regularly to stay on track with learning. So, kailangan pumasok araw-araw para di mahuli sa discussion. 6, be a good team player. So, work well with others and contribute to group efforts.